And why isn't that working? Okay, let me see. Just trying to get everything together here. It's always embarrassing when I start a stream and I'm talking for 5 minutes only to discover that there's no sound at all. Looks like that won't be the case this time. Mwahaha. Okay. Live stream offline. Well, that's not right. Okay, there we go. Hey, hello. Oh, you started NGU Idle again. Do I have any good tips for the early game? I'm the last person to ask. Time. The more time you spend playing it, the further you get. Now, if you want tips, go to my Discord and just check around in the Idle Games board. There's seems like any idle game you can name, there's someone there who'll know all about it, unless it's real obscure. Hello, caller. Yeah, I've not seen you before. Hey, Oblivion Ender. Victor. It's not late. I haven't been streaming for like a minute and a half yet. I haven't even clicked on anything yet. You're not late. Hey there, Horror Man. A hello to you too. Okay, I'm going to spend all day just naming all the people coming into chat here at this rate. Let's just get moving. Alright, let's see. So, I think, yes, okay, we've got it. That's the full party set. Da-da-da-da! Okay, so first thing I gotta do, stick that there, go here. Okay, there we go. I just got a plus 5% global digger bonus. Yay! I think that was way more time than it was worth. Except, now I can put all this crap on. If only I could, if only I could get the special to actually make them good. Because the special hasn't caught up yet. And that'll make it a little difficult to put this stuff on, unfortunately. Let me see, 100,000 versus 22,000. I'd say there's a little bit of a power discrepancy there. Put things on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to compare them. I'm gonna have to, I don't know if I really want to swap it. I do, but, I mean... Oh, let's just see what happens. Alright, let's take a second. So, during the week, I left it on regular NGUs again, so that I could so I could really do blood magic and all that. We're going to check out the hacking in a second. Let's just try swapping this. So right now we've got, let's call it 13 trillion and 10 trillion-ish. Those are easy to remember. 13 and 10. Alright. We swap out this entire set. And what happens? We lose about 3 trillion. Well, 2.5 trillion. Yeah, anyway. We lose about 3 and 2, approximately. I mean, that's a lot, but at the same time, our power just went up. Let's use energy power as our reference point. 121 becomes... So that goes up about 20%. Not bad, considering these don't even have their special boosts yet. So these have a long, long way to grow. Now we look over here at our general purpose power, and holy shit! The difference is immense. In fact, I think I'm going to have to climb further in the tower just to see what has just transpired. So we'll leave it doing that. We might even try to tackle the God Fairy with our newfound hammering might. In the meantime, let's go over here. This entire first thing is completely filled at this point. I'm just going to shove this back over here. There you go. That can just sit there. We just need so much special. Have you used the gear optimizer? No, I've not heard of the gear optimizer, but if it's a third-party program that makes it so I'm not playing the game by just automatically telling me where to put everything, yeah, I don't really like those. I always tell this story, but it's always the same story. Back in high school, I used to play this game called Utopia. I liked it a lot. It was this weird multiplayer nation strategy game. I don't know how to describe the thing. It was weird. Every few months they'd wipe the entire server, start over, and they'd always change a bunch of stuff every time. Very popular. Everyone in the programming class played it. The schools blocked it, so we just found other ways to access the site. They blocked those. We found new ways to access the game because, I mean, come on, it's a computer programming class. It doesn't matter what the teacher thinks. They will always find a way around your security because they're nerds. Of course, this was... oh, God. It couldn't have been that long ago. Shit. When did I get old? Anyway, it was a while ago. Let's leave it at that. We'll just leave it at that, okay? Maybe things have changed in the last decade and a half since this story. The problem with the game was I like to play it. Everyone else had a calculator, had a series of calculators, and they dropped everything in the game into the calculator, and it would tell them, build this many this building, build that many that building, do this, do that, have this many soldiers, have this... They weren't playing the game. The calculator was playing the game. They didn't make a single decision anymore. And I'm like, what are you doing? And unfortunately, this became terrible because it was multiplayer. And, you know, everyone else in the entire game is optimized, so I'm just kind of okay. I'm enjoying it. I'm all right. I'm in a decent kingdom, and, you know, I'm pulling my weight, but it's kind of rough because everybody else is optimized perfectly. But my favorite season was the one where they added happiness because none of the online calculators factored the new mechanic in. What happened was every single person who was optimized went into a death spiral. Their citizens got unhappy, they stopped producing food, suddenly they were starving, which made them more unhappy, the militaries would disband, everything would just swirl down into the toilet, and so many kingdoms just died everywhere, and I was just fine. I was just like, oh yeah, happiness, sure, I'll balance for that too as best I can, and I kept my people happy, and hey... I'm just standing there amid the smoldering ruins of half the game, just going, hey, this is great. I'm kicking ass finally. So, yeah, no, I don't really like feeding all my numbers and equipment and stuff into calculators. I prefer to, you know, dick around with it. And usually I don't spend a lot of time on stream. I do get criticism for this because it's like, holy crap, what are you doing? You didn't equip this item or that item. It's like, well, during the stream, I don't spend a lot of time comparing the numbers on these things. I do that between live streams. When I have downtime during the week, I'm like, all right. This thing gives me an EM cap. This one gives me EM power, but only an energy cap. This one's got much higher toughness, though. I mean, that's worth something, but I need more, you know, like I do all that in between streams. Hello, the Hero Corporation. Yeah, third-party website. Yeah. D&D dice? Why, yes! I keep loads of dice right here all the time. I've got my D20, I've got my... Oh, wait, you're talking about these. Yep, they're a D20 and a D8. They're definitely for pen and paper gaming. Unless it turns out that the greasy nerd is actually into some very exotic board games. Yeah, I don't know. The numbers seem good, but it's like pulling teeth to pull out one of my items at this point. I keep looking at the Ring of Greed, but it's got that respawn rate, and honestly, there's Some of these are probably the wrong choice, but I find myself going, quest drops 10%. I can't give up quest drops 10%. I probably should, but it's 10%. And there's nothing here that does anything like it. Alright, so next step, I'm going to go ahead and make this my loadout 1. So, this is the loadout I was rocking before. Now we can kind of go back and forth and we can see, even without the boosts, holy shit, does this increase my power. Man. Yeah, it's pretty good. It wreaks havoc on my energy and magic caps, but everything else gets better. If I were to go with the numbers set, I would get some boosts to my 3rd resource, but that's the only thing they've really got going for them. So I'm just going to pretend they don't exist. And of course, 2 is for harvest. Let's harvest. Oh, 4 million seeds. I can up my watermelon by about 1 level a week. Quirks. Ba-doop, ba-doop. It's okay, though, because once I finish that, I get to power up these, and then all that's left is moldy mayo. Ugh. Ugh. Alright, there we go. We'll just harvest it all. You know, normally I'd go through my gold diggers and buff them, but let's just find out what happens when I pour more money than, my daycare items got boosted. Honestly, the holes is not that great a thing. All your energy and magic and stat 3 into a new feature. Oh, that's great. Well, we'll see that soon. Oh, yeah. I used to be big into hell. What's my mouse pad sitting on? Like, my mouse pad I'm using right now is sitting on a freaking Eberron book. The, Sharn, the City of Towers. It's a cool book. My other mouse pad for my other computer that's sitting in front of me is sitting on the 3.5 expanded psionics handbook, which is a pretty cool supplement I never got to play with. As a DM, I'd occasionally throw something psionic at my players, but they wouldn't even know they were fighting something psionic. They'd just be like, oh, hey, it's a thing that does this. Okay. More quest drop items. Don't you do item questing? You're right. It says drops. It says quest drops, not quest points. Yeah, I should probably replace that one. But with what? There are too many options. There are just so many things. I'll think about it later. Forgotten Realms. Yeah, well, I mean, Baldur's Gate 2, they make a good ad, but I'll believe they know how to still make a Baldur's Gate when I see 3 and it's actually good. Well, we'll see. Yeah, Faerun is a lot of fun. I never actually played in Eberron. Somebody else bought me Sharn, City of Towers, and it's a cool book. It just describes a cool city in detail. This entire book is just one city, and it's just filled with cool shit. I don't know. I mean, it's not the most imaginative stuff ever written or anything, but it's got a lot of cool stuff in it. And I never use any existing published setting to begin with. I make every time I DM, I make my own world. So, I mean, I would be happy to just steal things out of this book and drop them into other cities. I just like, here you go, I put this here. You don't have your best? Yeah, I don't, because I decided it's stupid. I decided there's no point in putting Ludi or the Ascended Amulets in Daycare. Okay, so here's the thing that happened to me. Over and over. I put something, like a Ludi, in the Daycare. It's taking up my precious Daycare slot. I used to only have 2. So there's Ludi, there's the pendant. Nothing is being Daycared except those. I advance in the game, and suddenly they're dropping that pendant, and in a 24-hour period, I have a 100 pendant, and I'm throwing them away. Why did I spend 2 weeks with the pendant sitting in that slot, only to just have it not matter? Same thing happened with Looty. This happened over and over again, and I finally realized, what am I doing? Why am I putting these things in here if I'm just going to advance in adventure and suddenly they're going to start pouring them all over me? I never finished one of them in the Daycare, I don't think. It was always just, oh, hey, look, here they all are. So I decided if there's one thing the Daycare can do, it can power up my McGuffins. Which debatably might also be a waste of time, I don't know. But I don't really have anything. I don't really have anything to put in the Daycare that helps me, to be honest. I'm pretty good at getting everything. Well, you see, if I eventually reach an end to new content, that would be a different story. Then I'd be like, oh, hey, now I actually need to use the Daycare. But so far, all game, it's turned out to be a waste. Why do I have those old sets? Ow. Oh, pen and paper players? You have no idea. That Magic the Gathering, we have some really high-end players for all that stuff. Or at least we did. I haven't played Magic the Gathering in years, but I imagine they're still there. We had one of the members of one of the world champion teams locally. Yeah, no, we have lots of D&D people around here. I mean, look, it's 60 below, outside. You're not going to be running around playing baseball or soccer or something. What are you going to do? You get your friends and you start playing some D&D. Oh, yeah, the hearts. Now, those benefit from the Daycare. Those are awesome. Let's see. Or a higher level, they'd be done faster. Well, anyway, let's move on. To the promise of the title, since I think everyone's here. Okay, so we had very little that we were getting from the hacking. I think adventurer stats were 30% boost. Now it's we'll look at it. That's pretty good, considering it's only been a week, and all this hacking ability I gave is going to keep running. We're going to hit another milestone soon. Attack and defense. Holy crap, this will make challenges a lot easier, actually. This, combined with the augment speed hack, 70% boost there. The time machine speed hack, 80%. It's pretty good. And item drops are just generally useful. I feel like I should be investing more in my NGUs. Blood, it's okay, I guess. And then everything on this side, you can see I put nothing in them. I put 10,000 on them. I was just like, here you go. And it's like, okay, you get 0.6. Thanks. Well, the number hack, okay, at least that one is something. It could help a little bit during challenges, I guess. Yeah, everything on this side of the board is just kind of... No, I don't have time for D&D. Oh, I miss D&D. I was big into DMing for years. But when I decided I was going to do YouTube, that gets to be my hobby. Do I get to watch anime? No, I don't get to watch anime. Do I get to play D&D? No, I don't really get to play D&D. It's because I YouTube. And that's it. I go to work, I come home, and I YouTube is my normal schedule. And things are a little different right now. But normally, that's kind of how it is. I'm editing videos and working on projects and things. I don't necessarily even release every project I work on. Sometimes something just doesn't work out, and I'm just like, this is terrible. Anyway. Oh, don't kid yourself. I have a little air conditioner here. Do you know why? Because it gets 90 above during the summer. I'm not even kidding. I'm like sweating right now. It's actually really freaking hot. Normally, I take a couple bottles of ice. Like I throw water bottles in the freezer, and sometimes I'll have a bucket of cold water and other stuff here because the air conditioner is freaking noisy and I can't run that while I'm streaming. And I decided to cover my room with soundproofing and makes it even hotter. But heating is very important. Oh man, during the winter, you guys don't know, when I'm streaming, this chair here, I go and I put layers on it. First, I put a blanket over it. Then I put a heating blanket on it, plug it in, turn it on. Then I put like another blanket over that. Okay, so I've sandwiched it between two blankets. Then I get a big heavy quilt and I put it, and you can't see it because it's just low enough, and I set the camera up so that you don't see that I'm wearing like this big quilt, because you know I have to shut the doors and everything, and there's no way for heat to get really in here through all my stuff, and so the room will get colder and colder during a live stream. And also, because I'm not wealthy, I don't keep my home very warm to begin with. Because that costs money. But anyway, yeah, no, like, all that's going on, and I'm just like, no, the people watching me, they won't see any of that. And you don't! Usually. Unless I screw up. Anyway. Nothing exists unless the camera sees it. This is the rule of all film, all media. Whoops, what'd I just push? I don't know what that does. What do you mean advanced, Hadriex? Yes, I am advanced now. Play by text game. No, what you do is you'd get that software, virtual desktop or Roll20 or shit, I forget what it's called. There's a Steam program, I think it's free, that's virtual tabletop. I know people who do that. Man, I miss Magic the Gathering. I quit from it years ago, because it was years and years ago, because it was too expensive. I still have my top 8. I got in the top 8 of a tournament, state championship tournament. I still have the thing somewhere. I was pretty decent, and I had a lot of fun with it, building decks and stuff. But I was buying cards, and I was going, why am I buying all these cards, playing with half of them once, and then going home? It's nothing but drafts and sealed all the time. And, yeah, I couldn't justify the expense. This was before I got into YouTube. Basically, yeah, it was too expensive a hobby for me. Alright, let's move on. Let's see. What are we doing next? I have XP to spend. I have a few perk points. I mean, it's actually not that bad. We get a lot of it from Yggdrasil. Oh, we haven't done our rolls. How many do I have? I don't know. I have spins. So I don't like that last turn. Like, it sits for a while, makes you think that's what you got, and then it rolls one more time. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, we've got one more spin. See, there it goes again. I don't like that. But usually I just hit this. Now, see that? Now that was just being a dick. Alright, we have arbitrary points. I've been thinking about what to spend those on, and I think I'm just going to save up for the next one. Alright, let's go ahead. Oh, wait a sec. We wanted to see. It's not bad at all. Alright, let's try the Godmother. On easy. Alright, first we gotta get past the... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were a concierge. What the hell are you, a consigliere? I don't know what that is. I can't imagine texting like one sentence. He wipes up a trickle of blood from his mouth before delivering a massive haymaker. A burst of air come out of your lungs as you slam the wall on the other side of the room. He walks over and takes a small piece of paper. Alright, tough guy. You want to answer the Godmother? Go whack off all the guys on this list and we'll talk. Oh, really? Oh, I suppose I better, Well, wait. What does it say? Look at the death note. Okay. The death note. You won't grant an audience until you whack everyone on the list. Skeleton, Icarus Proudbottom, King Circle, Bob Ross. There's a weird gap in the list of names. Why would they put that there? Oh, shit. There is a gap. How do I... It's consumable. Skeleton. That's in, like, the forest. Icarus Proudbottom. That's in the sky. Bob Ross. That's in the... Oh, King Circle. King Circle. 2D dimension. Bob Ross, beard dimension. Not sure what's missing. Have to figure that out. The question is, what happens if I consume it? What'd that do? What'd that do? Oops, shit, no, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see. Tooltip log. Oof. Where is it? Didn't say anything. Ooh. Okay, then. Alright. Well... Shit, it's not here anymore. Well, good thing I wrote it down. I wonder if I can just attack that guy again and get another one. Doesn't say anything. Shit, 2 hours. Okay, fine, whatever. I guess we'll just go over here and do that. Oh yeah, I need to try. Greasy Nerd is in 30 minutes, so we'll be attacking that today on Brutal! I just might be able to do it! Unfortunately, I don't want to reset. I have like these ×2 bonuses going on all of my things, and... Alright, we're gonna go fight a bunch of bosses and read what they have to say. It's not a consumable, it was put in the trash. What? It says it's consumable? I thought I told it to consume. Ah! I don't know how to consume this. Actually, I did a Let's Play of the first thing of Medieval Cop, I believe. I was on Congregate, and it ran very poorly. But this game itself seemed like it was okay. Alright, so I guess what we're gonna do is... Okay, good, there we go. Alright. I guess I'm just gonna slaughter a whole bunch of bosses. Oh wait, before we do that, let me go ahead and do... I have enough to do energy. I'm gonna spend XP doubling, quadrupling my energy. And that leaves me with 60 million and no idea what to do with it. But hey, that's pretty good, I think. I guess I'll buy that and double my magic bars. There we go. And next week we'll probably do that. Windows Mat is pathetically easy at this point. I could try Excel, but we've been running for a week. Okay. Stat Digger. Oh yeah, we have new outfits to behold. Yeah, sure, why not? Some consumables can't be consumed? You mean that it's made of lies? It's a non-consumable. Your magic power's pretty low. Yeah, well, it is now. That's because I just quadrupled my energy. It's okay, though. We'll get our magic up next time. Alright, let's see. Did we beat this last time? Yes, we did. Right, I remember the very sad Slinky. Creepy as hell. Yeah, I remember these. Oh, here we go. A worthless beanie baby. Turned out the weakness of them both is just fighting them as bosses. Their mangled bits lay on the ground as you... It's fine. As you head on to the toy village, at the gate leading in stands, or rather sits, a lone guard, a grumpy beanie baby. Part of the ear and tag seem to be missing. That's going to put a deadness value? Pfft, just kidding. It had none in the first place. You are 31 minutes late. I expect $1 for each minute that you were late. Actually, I think Patreon is about to cease to exist. Quite possibly. So we'll have to see what happens in the coming days. Let me see. What was I going to do? Right, I just remembered. I haven't done this yet. Let's burn these. I actually want to make this disappear, and I want to make this disappear, and I want to make that one disappear. Can I afford this one? This one's expensive. No, I can't. But I'll buy what I can. Alright, there we go. So, yes, not all of those are necessarily useful at this time. I might have a time when I focus on the quests. I might specifically purchase the expanded quest bank at some point and build up a whole crap ton of quests. And then just do them all. Might be good. Anyway, the nice thing is once I clean this up, it'll be nice and clean, and we'll just be dealing with the next tier of more expensive boosts. I don't really... So, about I don't know, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago? A whole bunch of my patrons, my Patreon was actually doing kind of okay, and suddenly a whole bunch of people contacted me and saying they were quitting Patreon. They were furious with something Patreon had done, and they were all just quitting. And it's like, oh, okay. And they're like, do I have any other way to give you money? And I'm like, no. I only made the Patreon because people kept asking to send me money, and I kept saying, I don't know, I don't have any way for you to do that. Anyway, well, it turns out they had banned, like, a whole bunch of people, but they fucked up big time. So, if I understand it properly, what I'm hearing is, when Patreon banned somebody, they were breaking third-party contracts with every single person who was giving them money. And under Californian law, and they're located in California, Silicon Valley, like everyone else, this is not legal to break a whole bunch of contracts for unrelated people. Because none of the contracts were with Patreon. They were between the people giving you money and the people receiving money. This is complicated by the fact that their terms of service said that they allowed arbitration and would pay for it. And that's the real key. They changed their terms of service. So anybody who's with Patreon now, this doesn't apply to. But under their old terms of service, Patreon has to pay arbitration fees. Well, you see, all the people who quit Patreon, and apparently there were tens of thousands of them, and they were so mad they quit the service furiously and told everyone, including me, like, that's it, I can't send you money anymore, I hate Patreon, I'm terminating my account. Well, Each and every one of those people who quit before the new terms of service never agreed to the new terms of service. They're still under the old terms of service. This means tens of thousands of people who are very angry at their service can now request arbitration. It doesn't matter if they win or lose, because the fee is something crazy like $10,000 up front. So imagine 1,000 people each claiming arbitration. This has already went to court, and the judge looked at it and said, look, the law is the law. You wrote this old terms of service. You have to abide by it. So if 1,000 people all say we demand arbitration, and Patreon has to upfront $10,000 apiece, they can't afford that. Patreon doesn't actually have a whole lot of money. Amazingly, they have a whole lot of debt and other weird stuff that's hard. How do you screw up a service that just exists to take money and give it to people? I don't know, but they've been in financial trouble for quite some time, inexplicably. Well, if they get hit by this, and it looks like it very well might everything looks like it's aligning to just make the service cease to exist, because they can't pay that. And if they can't pay that, all the money that they're holding for creators is the money that will be spent on arbitration. Like if they were holding, $100 from me, and suddenly they had to pay arbitration fees, forced to, must do it by law, they would take the $100 that's supposed to go to me. Well, what happens when it's time for me to collect my money? Oh, now I have beef with them, legal difficulties that they're no longer fulfilling their obligation of taking my money. And you can kind of see how they're stuck in a no-win death situation. Like, unless they find a legal loophole, and lawyers are very good at finding legal loopholes, Patreon might cease to exist sometime very soon. Of course, everything also takes a long time with legal battles and stuff. But that's my current understanding. If you want to know more, look it up and listen to what the actual lawyers are saying. Because actual lawyers that live in California have been weighing in and saying their opinions on this. And I have to defer to them. I can't even speak legalese. But if the people who do say, oh yeah, Patreon's fucked, well, yeah, I better make sure I don't leave anything in their service to disappear. Yeah. So, that's that. Let's see. To ask the banks that operate in debt. Yeah, well, Bitcoin. I mean, I could play with Bitcoin, but not everybody... I wanted just something simple where I could just say, here you go. Just this. So I might just set up with somebody like Subscribestar, or I think there's one called Stripe or something. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'll probably just find something and just be like, okay, here you guys go. You can donate to this. And there's no way I'm going to go through all my thousands of videos and try to update the description of every single one to the new service. Too many. I don't know. I like studying businesses. Patreon, I didn't think would work as a model. I didn't think crowdfunding was going to work back in the day. But when Kickstarter and Patreon worked, I kind of studied what they were doing, because I find it fascinating, and I despise bad business. Like when they just do something stupid. And it really feels like there should be no way. Your business is just, I take money, and then I give it to somebody, and I take a cut. How do you mess that up? That's so simple. You're just making money. I think what happened that caused Patreon's trouble is they decided they wanted to rule the world. I think that Patreon just decided we must be the only service that does this, that everyone goes to, or else somebody else will beat us to it. So they took a bunch of venture capital and spent a whole bunch of money advertising and working to, make themselves the top dog. I don't know what they spent all their money on, to be honest, but they took a whole shit ton of venture capital, and now they have debts. And, you know what, guys? Debts are a bad idea. Don't get into debt. Pro tip. All right, what do we want before we go back to fighting bosses? Well, let's see. I actually think that the boosts are looking better and better as my boosts are becoming harder and harder to keep up with. This one looks pretty good right now. I mean, I wouldn't mind some more fertilizer. I could definitely save up for these quirks here. These ones are pretty nice. Especially this one. I think maybe the boosts are good. Yeah. Also, don't ban people. It's a mistake. If you have a service, only ban them if the law says you need to. Why? Because the moment you start banning people, you start getting into legal hot water in all kinds of ways you could never imagine. You have to have even if you have a freaking legal department, you can still screw yourself over in ways you never imagined. Oh, we thought you were a platform, but you're banning people. That means you're a publisher, not a platform. Oh, you're a publisher. Well, by law, that means that every single thing every person posts is your property that you have published or contracted or... Oh shit, every country has different freaking laws! Oh no! And you find yourself banned in Germany and sued by France, and one state or another is suing you, and you're like, I should have just not done any of this. So just don't. Just don't. If you're a platform, if you're a phone line, you're a phone line. You don't control what people say on the phone. You're the phone line. The coming years, I don't know what's going to happen to Twitter and Facebook, but if I were... I wouldn't bet on them. I wouldn't bet on them right now. Maybe they're so big and powerful and bribe so many people they scoot along. I don't believe it. I think they're going to be in trouble all over the world for all kinds of different things. Because every place they operate has different laws. So, you know, yeah. The Dark Eye. A German RPG company sells the Dark Eye. I do not know what that is. Yeah, seriously, don't get into debt. I am debt-free. I did have some debts at different points. I did my best to avoid them, but... You know, life happens, but I kept them to a bare minimum, and I have positive... But I am. If you have $1,000 in the bank and no debt, you are the top 10%. Yeah, to get into the 1% requires a lot harder work. But getting in the top 10%, $1,000 in the bank, no debt. That's it. That's it. You're in the top 10% of the world. Done. Seriously. It's that easy. So, you know, yeah. Feels pretty good to be able to say that. Even though I'm freaking not what anyone would consider wealthy. Okay. The boosts. Alright, there we go. The boosts. I have taken the max of them. I'll have 1,000 points left over. I'm probably going to save up. I'm probably going to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to just do it. I've bought the extended quest bank. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say don't use the major quests. Okay? I'm going to leave this idling, but it's going to build up major quests. I have some butter for what that's worth. I'm just going to sit down at some point and go through the pain in the ass of going through the quests. When they've filled up, I'm just going to go through them. God, I hate them, though. And I'm going to buy myself an accessory slot, because doggone it, I need more slots. Let's see. Yeah, well, if somebody says they're going to commit a crime, no. Forward it to the police. Forward it to the local authorities. Don't take it down, because then You've just taken down evidence. No, only take shit down if it's actually against the law. And, you know, in different places, especially if you do business in China, just about everything has to go down in China. But don't take it down in the rest of the world. Just, oh yeah, sure, the local government said we had to do this. They took legal action, so we took it down. That's how it works. You know? Because we operate there. Maybe you're better off not operating in China, but that's a whole different discussion. Hey, congratulations, Monsieur Fluffy Face. Good job. Yeah, I grew up seeing debt from my parents, and I thought, yeah, fuck that. So I decided I still don't own a credit card. Do you know that? I have never in my life owned a credit card, and I still don't, because it's a bad idea. Oh, I have heard so many people tell me I'm stupid for that. I've had so many people explain to me how important good credit is, how important it is that you have to build good credit. No, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do shit. Okay, it's a terrible idea. I'm stupid. Fine. I don't have debt. If I'm stupid for not having debt, what is it, for not having good credit, sorry, what does that make the massive portion of the population who have gotten themselves crippled in this swamp that they can never crawl themselves out from as they sink deeper and deeper? Yeah, no, I'll just not do it, thanks. Oh, I could make so many airline miles. Oh, that would be so good to have all of these wonderful benefits from the credit card companies. You think they're a charity? That shit's bait. That's bait. All the wonderful benefits the credit cards do, those rare people you hear talking about how great their credit cards are and how much they earn from it, that's the bait. Yeah, you might be able to pull the bait off the fish hook and swim away. But then again, you might not. Most people don't. Are you one of the smartest, most resilient people? Do you have utter control of your urges? Do you not make mistakes? Do you not have moments of passion where you purchase things you really know you shouldn't? Look at your Steam library. How many games have you bought that you haven't played yet? Look at my library back here. I have PlayStation 1 games I haven't played yet. I don't need a magical piece of plastic that no. I'll just use paper. At least while they still let us use paper. At least while paper still has value, which there's some question of in the near future. Yeah, I do have a debit card for use for that reason. I mean, it's a debit card will get it's for online purchases, honestly. That's really the only reason I have it. Without a debit card, I wouldn't be able to donate to my favorite YouTubers. Or more often, my favorite game makers. So, You're all looking at your Steam libraries right now, aren't you? Aren't you? Okay. It's not enough just to not spend more money than you own. Save some. I'm serious. Put money in the bank. Buy what you can listen to 1,000 financial advisors tell you 1,000 different things. I don't care. As long as you're putting money in the bank every paycheck, a certain percentage of it, you're doing good. You're doing better than most people. And occasionally you're going to be hit by shit. Okay? It's life. If you don't have money in the bank, you're going to go in debt the first time your car breaks down, or the first time just shit happens. Shit just happens. If you have money in the bank, then you don't go into debt. Unless really bad shit happens, in which case you need insurance. Going through life without insurance is like driving around on a motorcycle without wearing a helmet. Okay, that's a terrible example because freaking motorcycle accidents are so horrific. A helmet might not save you. But then again, insurance might not save you either, okay? Sometimes you just get hit by a bus and die. Sometimes you get hit by a metaphorical bus and your finances are screwed. As, you know, you do the best you can. You do the best you can. Alright, let's see. You brush off the lint from your clothes and check out the source of the glow in the center of town. You couldn't see it before. Before? Ho ho ho! It's not the first time I found a typo in a game. The glow has a definite tinge of red. Totally not ominous or anything. You debate breaking the glass and fetching what's inside, but before you decide, something else decides for you. A giant black puck slams into the center of town, crushing you. The glass dome and every building. With mayhem and destruction, you could see just one thing. A giant, furry face stamped on the side of the monolith with the name Mouth. I think this is an Alf. Yes, this is Alf. Okay. I'm sorry. It was hard for me to... I see it now, but man, that's a bad piece of artwork. Ah... Let's see. Oh joy! It's the Furby! This one isn't even creepy by Furby standards. Don't look up creepy Furbies. You don't even want to know what people have done with their Furbies. You'll never unsee it, and you'll never sleep again. You manage to outslam the slammer, and it goes flying off into the distance with a thunderous crash, causing a 3-foot wide crack to open up in the ground from the sheer violence. You let out a sigh of relief and go back to searching for the source of the red glow. Deep in the cracks, you spot the source of the red glow in that glass sphere, and you sincerely wish you hadn't. Up floats a furry thing, whooping and with menacing laughter. The eyes spin around in the back of its head, over and over. You hear sounds of gears and machinery within turning, swinging the metal claw in one hand and a butcher's knife in the other. They're both oozing blood. Its plastic mouth opens to reveal a row of jagged, sharp teeth. Deep inside, you hear a deep electronic voice call out, "Hungry!" I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a couple bottles of ice. Holy shit, it is baking. Whew. All right. Stole all your Alf Pogs. I never had a Pog. Oh dear, you saw the Furby centipede. Yes, I've seen that one. Oh wow, you inherited. Nice. Yeah, I won't be doing much of that. Apparently, some generations ago, my family did have some wealth, but there was somebody decided to contest the will, and it was dragged on in court. This would be a couple generations back, and in the end, everything vanished. The lawyers got all the money, and the family got like a couple $100 per person. Like, the entire estate was devoured by legal fees. So, you know, oh well. I'm not even 100% sure how many generations back this was. Not that many back, I don't think. Anyway. Yeah, so I won't be inheriting shit. I'll have to be the one building up whatever I don't even have kids yet. Someday I will have children, and I will have to build up whatever it is they are to inherit. Alright, we've unlocked the Fadlands. I'm going to take a quick peek at them. I literally just got a new set of gear. Oh, wait, I haven't done the zone yet. Hold on, let's try the Typo zone. No, that's a dope. Nope, and a nope. Okie dokie. Where were we? Our adventuring is way behind our boss slaying. I don't honestly know anything about estate taxes. I think that's something you have to have money before you can actually worry about. I don't know. I have no real opinion on them because I haven't even thought about them because they're outside the sphere of my experience. Alright, let's see. The typo is way too hard. Yeah, I think so. The creature sustains an unnatural amount of damage before it slows down. And even still, it never seems to quite stop moving, no matter how much you pulverize it. Its little robotic arms keep twitching, and its mouth opens and closes. You'll never get these images out of your head. Smashing it to a pulp has accomplished something, though. The red glow turns out to be a MacGuffin. Yanking the MacGuffin out from its housing seems to stop the demonic toy. Finally, you set the portal device to GTFO and toss the MacGuffin onto the rest of the pile at the spiky-haired guy's garage. There's quite a collection now. Also an alarming number of empty beer cans and used needles. Oh, I didn't know he needed insulin. Yes, I'm deliberately misinterpreting that. Or possibly not. I mean, he could be on insulin. We don't know. You see no sign of the spiky-haired guy, but you do spot a note on the floor. Hey, nerd. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not for me. Hold on. It's for the greasy nerd. He'll have to wait another 6 minutes before I can deliver the note. You get back before I do. I'm experimenting with stuff in the quantum realm. That means I'm tiny as hell. Don't touch my stuff. The portal device on the counter is set to the next egg MacGuffin or whatever the crap it is you're doing. You owe me. Don't touch my stuff. You sure I can follow instructions? It's just easier that way. Flop down onto a pile of leathery belts, which was not in your first 3 guesses of what you'd landed on. It's really a struggle to untangle yourself from them. You can't make out much, but it seems like you're in some sort of lame generic dungeon or basement. I do not want to be in a dungeon full of belts. Next thing I'll find, if it's leather's a bad sign. The next thing we might find is a whole bunch of whips, and we just need to get out of here. You're still struggling to escape the damn belts. The more you struggle, the tighter they seem to constrict. Here comes the shocking realization that, in fact, that's exactly what's happening. You're kind of into bondage. Okay, I was joking, but we're going there? Are we going there? We're going there, aren't we? Oh dear, we're going there. Alright, you're in a Chinese finger trap. So stop struggling and... oh shit, it's a mimic. It's a mimic with a mimic in it. Oh joy. How many people have read Discworld? Actually, the Color of Magic film adaptation's pretty good too. With enough hacking and slashing, you finally manage to escape the web of belts. See, that's not how you're supposed to escape from a Chinese finger trap. Now that you're on your feet, you can confirm that you're indeed in a dusty old basement of some kind. There's a hatch leading up, which you take without hesitation. Now that you're in the main part of the building, sure is a fancy-looking place. You didn't search the basement. How do you know what you're looking for isn't there? Lots of ornate decorations everywhere you look, though it's oddly deserted. This feels more like a castle now. Wandering through a few hallways, you spot a mimic chest sitting out in the open. They're like an actual chest full of loot, but instead they bite your hand off. You've always wanted one as a pet. You approach the mimic chest, but before you reach down to pet it, something inside leaps up and bites your throat. It was a mimic chest mimicking a mimic chest. No, I think this is chestception, actually. You know, that doesn't make sense, because after the grandmother's the Typo zone, and after the Typo zone's the one we were just in, and we're supposedly getting McGuffins. Right here, we're supposedly getting McGuffins. So if they're not showing up in Adventurer, that just means he hasn't figured out another stat he can manipulate with a McGuffin. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll make the McGuffin next. Or maybe just the energy beta McGuffin. Or something. Fight! I wonder how far I can go. I actually had to rebirth multiple times over several days to get things back up to where we were. So I actually don't know how far we'll be able to push. These numbers, I'm sorry, I don't even know what these are anymore. If I didn't know better, I'd think that he was just making them up. Honestly, he could have numbers in here that he does just make up. Would we even notice? Would we? You rip the damn mimic off you and fill it with a few dozen rounds from your Tommy gun. I'm not wielding a Tommy gun. That little bastard. You decide that this ends your adventure in this weird castle and head straight for the nearest exit. A bit of directionless wandering later, you spot a set of fire exit doors. Why would a castle have fire exits? Strong building codes, I guess. The doors lead out to the castle gardens. As you head down the stone path, your foot lands on a weird rock that shrinks down an inch. There's an ominous click noise. Uh-oh. You turn back and spot a secret hatch in the ground open up, and a giant steam locomotive appears. It seems to be locked in a never-ending suplex with some poor sap, and it begins rolling towards you. That's a Final Fantasy VI reference. It's funny, someone just left a comment today asking me if I was going to do FF6. Oh, hey, look, it's punch him hard, punch. This is from those games, the Xbox ones. Shit, I can't think of their name. I haven't played them, but I know what this dialogue wheel thing is. Everyone hates them, or at least that's all I ever hear. Anyway, let's see what this troll is. I can beat boss 190. Oh, that's not very far. A road roller. No, it was not a JoJo's reference. It was a Final Fantasy VI reference. Alas! I don't think the maker of this game has ever seen JoJo's. You know, they would totally fit into this game, though. You brace yourself, anticipating the suplexing train's movement towards you, and at the right moment you latch onto the train and begin suplexing it back! The power exerted by the infinite loop of suplexes accelerates your spinning to insane speeds before you suddenly let go of the train, blasting into the sky in Mach 5! You congratulate yourself on the clever bit of physics you pulled off when you spot a weird little elf kid in front of you. I thought I was traveling at Mach 5 through the sky. His jaws open in total awe at what he witnessed. Then he cheers and runs up to you. Golly, you're the best! I'm going to follow you and watch you and worship the ground you walk on! Oh, God, what an annoying little jerk. You have to kick his ass. Bop. Despite your solid face punching, the adoring fan doesn't take no for an answer. For now, you ignore him and move on to find that he's probably secretly the last boss. He's Mass Effect, that's what it is. Oh, yes, but he doesn't make those JoJo avatars. He gets the art from fans. So I don't think that he has seen JoJo, but some of his audience has given him those art assets. Let's see, where was I? Oh, yeah. You'll have to find a more creative way to eliminate them. As you move on, you spot an enormous metal sword sculpture in the gardens, which gives you a genius idea. You tell the adoring fan to wait right in the path of the sword. Right here? Right here? What about, say, over here? No, right here? Oh, all right, whatever you say. You scurry around to the other side of the giant sword and give it a gentle nudge. What happens next, needless to say, doesn't end well for the adoring fan. You're about to dust your hands with a murder well done when the sword rises and glows higher and higher till you lose sight of it. It seems unhappy with what you've done. This is why I don't invest in sentient swords. They can object to you using them, or they can insist that you use them when you don't want to. Just don't invest in sentient swords. There's plenty of sentient objects that make a lot more sense for your household. Oh no, the damage cap! Using your years of experience with JRPGs, you perform an obscure set of moves that infinitely power up your attack to one-shot the sword. Shiny gold text pops up. You did 9,999 damage. The sword cracks and splinters into pieces, but the damage text doesn't seem to be going away. It just keeps growing. It's a glitch! You've got to stop it! I've never seen that happen before. First game I ever saw to break... Well, first Stars in the Second Story shocked me by breaking the level cap of 99. Then, I think it was Valkyrie Profile broke the hit point caps I was used to. I can't remember what game first broke the damage cap, though, and let me hit ridiculously hard. I don't remember. Are you a bipedal chocobo demon? I think you're a bipedal chocobo demon. You managed to stop the glitchy damage tack. I guess people gave him a lot of ducks. I don't know. Maybe he made those himself. Maybe he commissioned them. Who knows? You managed to stop the glitchy damage cap, but you aren't sure where you need to be going. You step past all the broken nines and circle around the castle until you reach the front entrance. Instead of a set of doors, you see a shimmering mist. It's creepy. So it's probably the right way to go. You step through the mist and enter a giant courtyard. At the end, you see the McGuffin glowing a dim orange. However, between you and the McGuffin are two giant sentinels standing guard, donning some intimidating metal armor. They look like they were expecting you. One lifts their massive hammer, while the other readies a jagged spear sparking with electricity. And they advance. Oh, this is Dark Souls. Oh! I didn't know they had chocobos in Dark Souls. I haven't played Dark Souls. It's on my to-do list. Alright. Okay. We are halfway strong enough to fight this one. Maybe. I don't think we win this fight. You targeted the spear-wielding sentinel first. After several minutes of spamming dodge roll later, they fall. Now all that's left is a giant hammer-wielding partner. That's kind of creepy and weird. No. Ah, we're close. We'd probably unlock a new area that I couldn't adventure in. I don't think there's anything I can do to give myself that last smidge of power right now. I wish there was, but I just don't see it. It won't be too bad. The growth on our beards will be nice. But also kind of irrelevant. Yeah, I don't think I can beat this guy. I got nothing, man. Funny thing about our consumables, there's no consumable item that just doubles your attack power and defense. Because if such a thing existed, that would get it for me right there. I kind of don't want to rebirth right now. Alright, let's see what happens here. No! But I'm so powerful! Alas. We're not there yet. We're almost there. But we're not there yet. Well, poo. So I kind of don't want to rebirth. I kind of just want to leave it for a week with those nice bonuses without having to spend any more of my lovely boosts. But you know what? I'm just being stingy. I got plenty of boosts. I don't want to do a challenge run right now, though, because it literally took days to get things back up to where we were. I think we should just rebirth. Ooh, there you go. I think we should just rebirth and because we've got this thing and it says we need to beat the skeleton first. I don't know exactly what it wants me to do with just beat them. I can just beat them, but I probably need to do more than that. But I'm gonna have this reset. Maybe I should have invested more in the bank skills. Where are the bank skills? Holy shit, there are no more bank skills. I bet they're over here. Ah, there they all are. Yeah, not in any rush to spend 2,000 perk points on a freaking 0.5% gain. Yikes. Even 100 perk points is a big ask. No need to rebirth? I don't? I mean, I've beaten them all before. Does it want me to beat them in adventure? Let me see. The skeleton is in the forest. It might, because I was thinking I had to rebirth and fight the bosses again. Alright, we whacked the skeleton. So the next one was... Oh, hey, look, it got marked. The next one's Icarus Proudbottom. So we go Forest, Sky. Okay. Maybe this isn't so bad. I thought it was going to require a reset. Oh, see you later, caller. What, the weird gap? Yeah, I'm thinking, I've been thinking about that the whole time. I'm pretty sure I know what that would mean. Let's see, 2D and beard. So, we go forest, sky. Gordon Ramsay? No. Let's see, the 2D universe, so it's got to be somewhere in either the high security base or the clock dimension, right? Isn't Icarus Proudbottom in the sky? I think he's in the sky. Let's go ahead and, I'm just going to kind of shove a stapler in my inventory to speed things up a smidge. Okay, we got Proudbottom. So I'm not 100% sure what the gap is. But presumably there's something. Let's just hit King Circle and see what happens. Then we'll come back to this. Let's just knock out King Circle and Bob Ross, and then we'll see if we can hunt something in between the two. Dish Square Bears. Okay, there we go. And then, what was the last one? Oh, yes, we need the Beard verse. Burp. Doesn't seem to be a pattern. So, something in the middle. Something in the middle. In the meantime, let me fuse these. The number McGuffin. It seems to be kind of okay. An 8% boost. Not anything I'd be excited about, though. Let's see. These are looking pretty good at this point. I'll just leave those baking. Oh, boy. I just need a ton more slots. So I've got this one up to a 2,000 now, and it's still only a 3% gain. When I actually have all the MacGuffins, I'll probably do, like, what's optimal? 1-day resets? Probably do something like that. Let me stick these together. I don't know about this. It's 5%. I don't know. It might be good. Might be worth using the blood McGuffin. I'm not sure. Seems alright. Alright, let's see. So, somewhere in the middle... I'll let it run the clock dimension for a bit. $30? Are you kidding? They give like no bonus in 30 minutes. Crazy. Let's see. Let's see. So first it wanted... Where's Skellington? There it is. 8. Next up would be 43. 8 to 43, okay. Eight, 43, 74, and the last one was 105. What is the pattern? What is the missing number in the sequence? Oh, this can't be right. Can it? You're 43 and you're 8. Alright, so you jump 35, but then somehow it's only 31 between the next two. Let's see, 8 is 8, 43, 4 plus 3 is 7, 74, that adds up to 11, nope, that doesn't make any sense either. It's gotta be somewhere between you two. Forms. Let's see, so this is the start of the new area, right? The bouncer. Let's see, so the sky ends there and it goes through all of this. That would be after the clock. Let's see, yeah. It's supposed to be, okay, before the 2D lands. was expecting something to do with it being like the forest, the sky, and then you go down 2 more. That's what I first expected, but that wasn't it. Then it wasn't a numbers game. Unfortunately, I would have to wait an hour to get another wrestling match with this feller. If only there was an acceleration. If only there was an accelerant. I don't know, guys. I don't think we can wait an hour. I think we'll have to wait till next week to fight the grandmother and see what she gives me. Oh! Yeah, I defeated an enemy without a name. Actually, to be honest, it's a bit of a disappointing thing. I was expecting something so much more clever. Okay, it's fine, though. It's fine. Boss 80. Yeah, something. I don't know. There's one of the bosses. An invisible enemy without a name. Look at all the names of the bosses. Yep. Do manual. You can do it. I might be able to do it, but unfortunately I have to wait an hour. And, yeah. We're out of stuff to do, guys. So we're going to have to wait a week. And then next week we'll get to see what it does. And I'll have quest stuff built up all week. I don't know if I'll be able to. Well, we'll see. We'll see how quickly I can complete these and how much I can get done. We'll have the rest of these points, of course. Let's see. Let's see. Not a big deal. Okay, nothing big relating to questing here. And nothing for questing is going to be in the questing rewards. So, and that's not going to help either. So, yeah, no, I think next week, I don't know. I hate questing. But maybe we'll see if I have time in my life to do this, or if it'll be the week after. I don't know exactly how things are going to shake out, but we'll see. Would anyone even show up? Because it would be at a very different time. See, right now I would be at work on any other day. Well, not any other day, but tomorrow I will be. So, I could do it before I do my Chrono Trigger stream, but that would mean that I would be streaming in about 12.5 hours from now. I don't know how many of you guys can actually make it at that hour. That's the hour I do my regular live streams. But I could do that. I suppose I could do that. I would title it Just the Godmother. And that would be all we do. I should have powered that up. I need to do something with all of this. What do I do with 24 trillions of... Alright, here's what we're going to do. I think we're finally going to switch NGU back to evil. Alright, let's see. Oh my goodness. Would you look at that? I actually redlined 2 of them. Whoa. Wandu's speed might actually get me to the next level of Wandu's. Not a bad thing to invest in. The spawn rate, the spawn rate's not going to get that much better, is it? I think I'd be a little bit better off if I did this and just kind of went, max that. Okay. We'll just do that. As much as I love some of these other things as well, I'd like to invest in this. I think we'll just do that. And then on this side, honestly, I don't mind this at all. Boost that Yggdrasil reward. I mean, I could go for adventure. I could go for this. But you know what? We'll just leave it like this. 12 hours from now, we'll look at it and maybe make decisions on how to manipulate this. But I think I'll just leave it here for now. Anyway, I'm gonna take this afternoon to hopefully visit a friend. I introduced him to the XCOM files, and I'm just loving seeing him play it. It's so much fun just watching him discovering it, and they've added more to the mod since I played it. Oh, it just makes me want to play it again so badly. We got a lot more XCOM coming up at some point down the road, man. I gotta play the Long War with a freaking randomized training roulette thing going. I gotta do a bunch of cool stuff. So we'll definitely at some point. I'm just gonna. Why did I just go down 6 floors? What have I done? Shit. I'm completely misequipped. Hold on. Everything is wrong. Wrong. All of you. Everything wrong. What happened? Oh, it's 1 now. I'm so used to using 3. It's 1. Okay. All right. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's because we don't have as much as we did a minute ago. I need to do this. Okay, there you go. There we go. Oh! Of course. We mustn't forget. There. So, hey, who knows? In 12 hours, we might be strong enough to wrestle this guy. We won't be. We won't be. It could happen, but it won't. Actually, I'm going to steal, I want to steal 1 trillion from here so that at least blood magic is doing something. Yeah, it's not going to be as good. The blood magic has been giving me nice boosts. I hate to turn it off. I mean, it's nice. I like it. But we'll just shut it down. Alright, anyway, let's see. Take a few minutes, no big problem. Sleeping, yeah, sorry guys. Well, you can watch the, yeah. You guys can always catch the archive video. The godmother thing will probably be pretty short as we explore what new things yours not allowed. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off.